signs that you are dating a narcissistic partner, whether you're a man or a woman. Some of you don't know the effect a narcissistic partner is going to have on your life. Some of you don't even know that who you're dating is narcissistic. You just find yourself asking yourself different questions. Well, I'm here to help you out. Number one is control issue. Most times, narcissists have low self-esteem deep down in their heart that they're not ready to admit to anybody. So in a way for them to cover that low self-esteem of theirs, they want to control you. They want to be in control of your life. They want to tell you what to do and what not to do as a way of exercising power. When they exercise their power through this way, it makes them feel good deep down. It makes them feel like they are still in control and you are inferior to them. Number two, they are always demeaning others. In a narcissist book or school of thought, nobody is as better as they are, and no one is better than them. If you're a lady and you're dating a narcissistic man, he's never going to listen to your opinion because you are a girl and you're going to reason like a girl. He feels like he's a man. Whatever he says is final. Now, it is not only you he is demeaning. If he's telling you about his friends, they are bad. If he's telling you about his family members, they are bad. In his entire story, he's always the good person and he's always the one everyone is taking advantage of. That is a trait of narcissism. Number three, a narcissist is constantly always talking about himself. When you find yourself in situations with a narcissist, he's always talking about himself. Whatever the situation is, he's going to turn it around and make it about himself. He's an attention-seeking bastard. He cannot take it for 1 minute if attention leaves him. Your entire focus has to be on him. He's a baby. I mean, why are you not worshiping me if you're really my lady? I'm superior to you and you're inferior to me, so I'm your lord. Worship me. Talk about me. The same way, narcissists also want you to be singing their praise. They are boastful. They talk about their life. They talk about their achievement. They just need you to see them in that light. Moving on, a narcissist lacks empathy. There are times you tell a narcissist something about your life, something going on, and instead of them to sympathize with you, they are not going to do that. They will start talking about it like, okay, and so why are you overreacting? Why are you making it such a big deal? I mean, we're humans. We have come to live like... Who asked you? There are times you need to actually be sympathetic and empathetic. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some men who are used to being logical, and when you tell them your problem, the first thing they will do is to be logical and not empathetic. But if you tell this kind of man that, I really don't want you to be logical right now because I'm in my emotional state and I want you to reason with me, that man would understand and reason with you and be sympathetic. Even if he's going to fake it, he knows that at the moment that is what his partner needs and he needs to do it to make her feel good. Even if it doesn't make sense to him, he would do it. But a narcissist would not understand you. He doesn't care. He wants you to see his opinion. If I tell you that your emotions are rubbish, then your emotions are rubbish. Fix your emotions because I don't give a shit. I'm always right after all. This one is the most popular one, which is gaslighting. A narcissist is never wrong. If a narcissist wrongs you and you don't tell them in the moment and you tell them later, they would blame you for not telling them at the moment the thing happened. Now, if you now change it and you tell them, immediately they offend you or they hurt you, you tell them this is what you did and I don't like it. Remember, they told you to always tell them on spot, right? Now they will make it about themselves again. They would not focus on the thing they did that got you upset. They would focus on your reaction to what they did that got you upset. Now we're not talking about your feelings anymore. Now we're not talking about how my actions hurt you anymore. Now we're talking about why you reacted the way you reacted to the thing I did that made you react the way you reacted. I really hope you get it. A narcissist is not going to tell you sorry. He's going to find a way to make sure you feel bad for reacting the way you reacted. So every time you find yourself apologizing to your boyfriend after he has wronged you, you are possibly dating a narcissist. There is still a long list. I'm going to make it part 2. Let me know what else you guys want me to talk about in the comment section.
When a narcissist can no longer control you, they will then begin a smear campaign against you, assassinating your character to anybody who will listen. The goal is to isolate you, badmouth you, so then when you begin to speak up about what happened to you, nobody believes you. Anybody who believes the smear campaign without hearing your side of the story wasn't on your side to begin with. They never liked you. The narcissist smears your name because what they are afraid of is exposure. Narcissists live in paranoia. They always fear being exposed because they know that what they do is wrong. They are aware of their malicious, abusive, and manipulative tactics. Narcissists also smear your name because they are desperate to regain control. If they cannot control you, they will try to control the narrative surrounding your name and your reputation.
Narcissistic person will always make you feel like you have to earn their love. Like you always have to put in so much work and damn near beg to be loved properly by them. They will expect you to give them the world while they give you nothing. Not only that, they are so good at manipulating every single situation that even whenever you're not wrong and you didn't do anything wrong, they're somehow, some way so good at these mind games that they're gonna make you feel like you're doing everything wrong. Narcissistic people, in relationships at least, they don't get in a relationship for love. They get into relationships to have a sense of control. They also never admit when they're wrong. They stonewall you. They ignore you for days, weeks, months on end. They purposely go silent when they're wrong, so they never have to say those two words, I'm sorry. That will never come out of their mouth. Never. You constantly feel like you are crazy. You know that you're not, but you feel like you're crazy every time you talk to this person because they know what they're doing to make you feel like you're always the bad guy. Narcissistic people can never make you happy because they're not happy themselves. They will never love you correctly because they don't even love themselves correctly. One thing I'm going to remind you is it is okay to be sad after letting somebody go. It's okay to be sad after making the right decision. I am so sorry if you've ever had to deal with a narcissistic person because that is not easy.
I wish everyone understood that breaking up with a narcissist isn't just a normal breakup. You don't go through the normal breakup routine. You don't just get over it in, a couple weeks, or you move on to someone else and it's finally all over and your feelings are out of your mind, disappear. With a narcissist, you have trauma that you have to get over. You have pieces of that relationship that sit with you potentially for life because they affected you so much, because they broke you down so much that you're reactive to everything. They groomed you into the person that you are now. And you learned all these things subconsciously because they programmed you to be a certain way so they could control you. And it's like, how do you actually move on from that? You have to unlearn everything that they taught you or trained you to do or believe or whatever it is. And it doesn't just happen like that. However long you were with them, however long you were like that, it takes time to get over that.
When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you in it by yourself. It ain't no other way around it. That's the best way I could put it, plain and simple. You dating somebody who's not self-aware. They have to pertain an image, and you got to fit in a false reality. You get what I'm saying? They're not in relationships to grow. You get what I'm saying? Because with them growing, they got to look within. They got to be honest with themselves. So, like I say, a lot of that, false narrative that they got in their head, they got to display it. So, growth is not a part of it. All they want to do is manipulate and destroy. Straight like that. Everything is going to be your fault. Think about it. Just think about being in a relationship with a narcissist. Everything going to be your fault. So that means you're going to be the only one in the relationship growing, but really you're doing yourself a detriment because you ain't doing nothing but harming yourself. You know what I'm saying? You in it by yourself. Relationships about teamwork. You're supposed to be working together. Looking for ways to be better for each other and growing. A narcissist, that's not their mission. They're going to find ways to gaslight you. They're going to find ways to deflect. They even going, this is another thing narcissists like to do. Whenever they do something, they like to minimize it, right? Whenever you do something, they like to maximize it. You get what I'm saying? Because they got to appear as the good guy. They got to appear as the perfect one. So I'm telling you right now, if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, you're in it by yourself. Move around. Move around ASAP.
It might sound crazy, but he was always a liar. Before you came around, with his family, with his friends, with the women that he dated before you, he always had a lying thing going on. But because he's narcissistic and manipulative, he's gonna tell you this is the first time he's been told this. Since he was younger, it's always been his normal. No one called him out before you did. This behavior is new, which means you're the only one that actually calls him out. Now he's gonna start to take away credibility from what you're saying. He's gonna say, you can't be right because no one else told me this. Every other relationship that he's had, he's always been in the right. He's always been the one to figure it out. Everyone else was wrong. But somehow when he meets you and you catch him in his lies, this is all of a sudden new to him. Oh yeah, and good luck getting him to try to take accountability, because this is what he does with most of his life. He comes up with stories that don't add up. But in his mind, they do add up because they make him the good guy in every situation. That's why he hasn't grown emotionally, mentally, intellectually. Throws temper tantrums.
I'm going to tell you how to beat that toxic narcissistic man. If you're new to my page, my name is Alex. I'm a narcissistic abuse survivor, recovery coach, and licensed therapist in Virginia. If you're interested in therapy or coaching, you can DM me or click the link in the bio and book a session. You ready for it, ladies? I'm telling you, this is exactly how you beat a toxic narcissistic man. Leave his ass. Walk away. You can tell him, you can make up a story. Hell, you can just wake up and block him. Leave his sorry ass behind. That is how you win against a toxic narcissistic man. There's no other way. And I'm going to tell you why. He's delusional, he's entitled, and he's arrogant. Do you think that he's actually going to have a come to Jesus moment and realize all this time he's been tripping, he's got it wrong? You are the one that has loved him and stuck by him, and he has just not seen your value. He has not acted on it properly. He's going to right his wrongs. He's now going to correct the narrative. He's going to tell the truth about you, everything that you two have had. He's going to value and love his children. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. A toxic narcissistic man is so removed from his emotions, he cannot begin to fathom yours. He doesn't have the capacity. He doesn't have the skills. He doesn't have the insight. He doesn't have the ability to regulate himself, to be able to sit and understand the impact of his behaviors. He runs to old supply. He runs to new supply so that he can run from having to sit with himself, so he can avoid the shame and rage that lives inside of him. The only way to win is to simply stop playing the sick ass game that he's created for his own enjoyment. He has created the rules, and it's always set up for him to win, so long as you are a participant in the mind fuckery. Straight up. The only way to win against this man is to leave his ass alone. Leave him with his false narrative. Leave him with his flying monkeys. Leave him with whatever he needs to sleep at night. You don't understand. Anytime you contradict a narcissist, he's going to punish you. He's going to smear you. He's going to try to humiliate you, embarrass you, triangulate you with women who don't even understand how sick he is until they understand. Walk away from this man and preserve your sanity. Get your life back. Get your youth back. You will be 10 times better leaving his dumbass alone.
Narcissists are sick people. They will literally push you past your limits and then blame you for your reaction when you finally snap, and then try to turn themselves into the victim. These sick people will literally try to blame you for everything. They will blackmail you. They will try to guilt trip you. They will literally do anything to make you feel like you're the problem and that they're not the problem. I swear they love being the victim. And the one thing is, you got to be careful with a narcissist, because if you call them out, they will try to flip the script on you and try to make it seem like you're the narcissist. And now you sitting there questioning yourself, asking yourself, damn, am I really the narcissist? And damn, am I the reason why the relationship isn't working right now? Those are the sick games that narcissists play with you. You can't fall for it. Like I said in the beginning, narcissists are sick people, and they just can't help themselves.
Narcissists. You cannot get them to see that they're the problem. They are never the problem, not just with you, with anyone. So what is talking going to do except for give them more ammo to gaslight you with, more opportunities to manipulate you with, more time to affect you with that venom? You need to run. Quit thinking you can talk your way out of a narcissistic abuse relationship. You cannot. You have to escape, develop a plan, and leave, and run as far as you can. Talking is how you have been in this relationship for months, years, or decades. Thinking you can talk your way out of it. You cannot. You are not more skilled at manipulation. You got a kind heart. You don't think about manipulating. Every time you talk and he's listening, he's thinking about how he can twist your words around. Every time you talk and thinking you're going to heal this relationship, he's thinking about how he can break you down. To a narcissist,